All right, we are live. What's going on? Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. As you can see, if you've been following the lives for a while, that we're in a new studio here. So it's weird because I have my computer here. This is where I used to look, but now I'm looking at the new camera over there. So this is something I'm going to have to get used to. So, just bear with me while we get through this. I got the protein shake here ready. Looks like everything is set. I just need to hear from you. If you're out there, let me know if you can hear me okay, because this is kind of like the first test of doing the new studio. So you can see me. You can see the protein shake. Can you hear me okay? Is it coming in clear? Say hello in the chat. Today, we're going to be talking about the 3 most obvious signs that you're in the friend zone. We're going to be going over that today. I'm going to be giving you some of the main things that are probably happening to you if you're in the friend zone. And we're going to be going over some of those. And also, I want to hear from you because I bet you there's some signs that you're in the friend zone that I'm not even going to be mentioning today. So we'll be going over that as well. Just want to hear from you in the chat if I'm coming in clear, if I'm too soft. Is it too soft? Is it just fine? Because we got to make sure that this is working okay before we dive into some cool stuff. So let me know, and we'll get into it. What we're going to be doing also is for today, for the rest of the hour here, so 58 minutes, I'm going to give you access to my dollar trial for my Irresistible Academy, which is a 12-month program teaching you how to be irresistible to women. 12 months of really some of the most cutting-edge information and techniques to help you attract more women into your life and make your life, like I said, more irresistible. But what does that mean? It's more whole. It's like we're really creating this whole life for yourself, where you might have just some things figured out. This is about taking care of your health, your lifestyle, your money, your friends, everything that goes on with your life. How do you make it awesome? How do you optimize it all? We go over that. Mike sounds great. Cool. Level is great. Cool. What's up, everybody? Awesome. Cool. All right. So I guess it sounds good. So we're going to get into everything in just a second here. Say hello in the chat, and I'll say hello back to you. Again, just getting used to this whole setup. I'm normally looking here at my old webcam, but now I have to look a little bit higher. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. All right. You with me, guys? Ethan says, I have a wife, goddammit. Well, that's great. So you're obviously not in the friend zone if you have a wife. Ain't that something, right? Say hello, Michael, Joni, Shehan, John, Standing Room Inc. What's that? Standing Room Inc. Very interesting. Okay, so where are we? September 3rd. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so you probably want to know, how do you get access to this Irresistible Academy for the dollar trial? I'm going to explain more about how it works in just a second. I want to really first go over this friend zone stuff, because a lot of you guys get in the friend zone. And I feel like, and I could be wrong here, maybe you'll tell me in the chat, this is my 12 o'clock live show that I do in the afternoon. So I feel like, well, I'm either hitting people who are across the sea, right, across the Atlantic Ocean, who are still awake in Europe. And then I got guys who are probably in school or college, maybe a little bit younger. I feel like a lot of guys who are younger, and again, this still happens to guys who are older, but I feel like a lot of guys who are younger, they get into the friend zone a lot. I got into the friend zone all the time when I was much younger. In high school and college, things like that. I'll tell you actually a story related to some of the obvious signs that we're going to go over. So we'll go over that in just a second. But yeah. So just so you know, you can go to trippadvice.com/stream special if you would like to take advantage of this opportunity at getting the dollar trial, which ends in 54 minutes of the Irresistible Academy. So again, that's 12 months of you being in the Irresistible Academy. $1 trial for 14 days. After 14 days, it's $47 per month. Every month you get new content teaching you how to be more attractive, more charismatic, and obviously more irresistible to women, because we're teaching you all different kinds of techniques with conversation. We're teaching you how to make an awesome lifestyle. I'm interviewing really hardcore guests that are experts in all fields, such as charisma and money and lifestyle and networking and putting together a good style, good outfits, things like that. So we really tackle everything, and it's really cool, and I'm very proud of it because it's been helping out guys, and now I get to give it to you today. Louder, someone said, louder. All right, let's see. A little bit of allergies, guys. Let's see if I can make this louder. It's already as loud as I can here in OBS. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit louder. I just don't want to go in the red. Is this better, guys? Is this a little bit better? Test 1, 2. Oh, a little bit in the red. Okay, so I don't want to yell. I want to be able to speak in a normal voice, but still for you to be able to hear me. So testing again. Is this good? Let's get this out of the way. Let me know if this is good. Say something in the chat, and we'll go into the 3 obvious signs. Shayhan, there you go, said your name. How's this, guys? Better? Maybe this is better if I do it like this. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Yeah, I think now we're getting somewhere. We're going to get a new mic, though. Sounds good. Better. Okay, better now. Good, good, good. Okay. Friend zone. 3 obvious signs. Here we go. Number 1. She never wants to hang out alone. And this is not all the time. A lot of guys get stuck in the friend zone hardcore. They stick around with these women because some of these women do actually want to be hanging out with you alone. So it sticks you in the friend zone. But for some guys who are, and we'll get to a few more that will help you with that. But a lot of guys are in these friend zone situations where the girl, she's never hanging out with you alone. You're asking her to hang out alone, but she's like, no, like we can hang out, but like, can, Tiffany and Bob come? No one's named Bob anymore. You know what I'm saying, though? She only wants to hang out with you when she's with other friends. You're not getting that alone time. When a woman likes you, when she's interested in you, she wants that alone time, for sure. Maybe not all the time, but at least sometimes. But if you're never hanging out with her, ever alone, this means that she doesn't want to get intimate with you. She doesn't want to get sexual with you, right? This is a big problem. Someone's asking the link for the $1 trial. Yeah. So the link is right there. I'm also going to put the link right now in the description. Okay. So we'll do that right now. But guys, what do you think about that? Are you in a situation right now where she never wants to hang out alone? What do you think? What do you think? Because I bet you that that's already happened to you before. So tell me right now, is it possible that you have never hung out alone and you're just like, oh my God, of course, right? How obvious? Because that's what we're talking about today. The 3 obvious signs that you're in the friend zone. I wonder if this mic is so good that you can hear my. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Okay. Let's go to the second one. Here is an obvious one, and I'm going to tell you a story. Okay? This one comes with a story of good old Tripp. I'm going to shake the protein shake. Good old Tripp when he was a young lad in the high school days. In the high school days, I have a big friend zone story. I remember young Tripp, 16 years old, he became friends with this girl. And what ended up happening was, and by the way, she was like one of the cool girls. I was so excited because she was cool. She was pretty. Not that she was cool, but she was attractive. People found her attractive. Somehow we became friends, and she was interested in me. I don't know. I didn't do anything. Actually, if I look back at it and I really remember, it's such a long time ago. It's probably 18 years ago. If I really remember, I could probably pick out some of the steps that I talk about in my Hooked program, or even some of the things I talk about in the Irresistible Academy. I was probably doing things that were actually triggering attraction. Again, I don't remember exactly what they were because it was so long ago. I guarantee you I was doing this. And I got her attracted. But we only were, and by the way, this is high school, so this is not like, what's dating in high school? I don't know. Sometimes you hang out and you call each other boyfriend, girlfriend out of nowhere. But we were dating for 2 weeks, whatever. And I remember in those 2 weeks, I was so scared, so absolutely scared to make a move because I was just afraid of doing anything because I liked her so much, right? This little 16-year-old kid, scared out of his wits. Until finally, I got to the point where I'd never made a move, and she said, let's just be friends. So she gave me the LJBF, the let's just be friends, and it killed me. But what I did was she meant it. She just wanted to be friends, but she still liked me as a friend. So we'd hang out as friends. But it always felt like we were still kind of flirting, and I always thought that she would like me. And I would always say to her, like, hey, like every other month, I'd be like, hey, like, I still like you. I still like you. Like, ugh. I cringe as I say it. So I remember that I would say that like every other month because I was convinced that maybe she liked me because she would always hang out with me and we'd hang out alone. But every single time she'd say, I'm sorry. And she never reciprocated interest. And that's number 2. If you're in a friend zone situation and you have had the courage to tell her that you're interested in her or make a move on her or something of that sort, and that is something that you tried to do or something that you've said, and she doesn't reciprocate, this is an obvious sign that you're in the friend zone. Obviously, she's telling you that, but a lot of guys will continue to hang out with the girl like I did because she's still showing this interest. She still text messages you. She still wants to hang out with you, even maybe alone, and you're just convinced that there's something more you could do. She'll like you, but she's told you flat out she's not interested. Is anyone in that situation? I'm curious. Is anyone in the situation where there is like such a hardcore friend zone situation where they've actually told the girl, like, I'm interested, right? And then nothing happens. She says she's not interested back. Has anyone been in that? Has anyone ever been in that or they're in that right now? I want to hear from you. I'm very curious. By the way, if you ended up getting the Irresistible Academy $1 trial, let me know. I put a link right there. So let us know if you're joining us, because that would be awesome. I'm just checking out this quality of the live stream here. Cool. Yes. Ooh, we're getting a lot of yes. Vladimir says yes. Dotan says yes. Shehan says me. Nishad says yeah. Mohammed says no. Okay. Devin says yep. James said yes. I'm in that situation right now. Okay. Alan, very good. You said yeah. I cut her off though. Good. You should cut her off. You should 100% cut her off. When I finally cut off that girl, and I know this is from high school, but when I finally did that, I became a lot happier. Alex said, yeah, sadly, but now I'm happy in a new relationship with my successful college girlfriend. How awesome is that? Someone said the 3 alpha male body language tricks video is great. Yeah, I think we went live with that just a little bit ago, I believe. So, yeah. Okay, so that's 2. So, 1, she never wants to hang out alone with you. 2, you've explicitly stated that you're interested, and she said no, it doesn't get any more obvious than that. I just hate it when guys stick around after that. It's just depressing. Like, what are you doing? And by the way, guilty, man. Guilty. I've done it. Done it a few times, actually. Until I learned that I don't want to be with someone who doesn't see me in the same way. Whether it's a friend zone thing or they just don't even like me. I don't want that. I don't want you to want that either. Okay? So please, I beg you, move on from any situation where a girl is not reciprocating the exact same thing. Okay? All right. Very cool. Let's go to the third one. The third one is this. This is an obvious one. She uses the word friend a lot. She uses phrases that say, I'm really glad for our friendship. Oh. Terrible. We don't want that. Okay? She's trying to state to you that she just wants to be friends without overtly saying to you, hey, I know that you like me, and I'm trying to tell you that this is a friend zone situation. Okay? That's what I want you to understand there. She is telling you she knows that you like her, but she's trying to say in this subtle yet not so subtle way that she just wants to be friends, right? She says, oh, I'm so glad for our friendship, or, it's so cool that we're friends. Like, she'll just like throw these out and you're just like, that's a weird thing to say, right? Because people don't really say that. It's not a normal thing to say. Like, I'm so glad for our friendship. Yeah, people say it, but she might say it out of nowhere, or she calls you buddy or dude. Oh, that's a big one too. If she's saying any kind of words that say that you're a pal, like words that you would use with your actual friend, right? What would that be? Buddy, dude, man, bro, things like that. Those are friendship words. Those are the friendship words. That means that she's only interested in you in terms of being a friend. And she knows that you like her, by the way. She absolutely knows that. Because, again, that's kind of a weird thing to say. Has that ever, someone just said, frick my life. Sounds like that's happened. Has anyone gotten that? Say yes in the chat if you've gotten the, someone, like a girl saying to you something like, oh, I'm glad we're friends, or I cherish our friendship, or anything along those lines. Say yes. Say yes in the chat. There's a delay, so every time I ask you guys to talk to me in the chat, I have to wait for the answer. But let's see what you got. Also, can you guys tell me, is the picture clear? I feel like it's a little pixelated. So I'm trying to see, like, is the picture, if you guys have been on my live chats before, is the picture better now or was it better before? Okay, we're getting some yeses. So tell me if you can in the chat, is the picture better now or was it better before? Oh, a lot of guys are saying yes. Wow, okay, so you're in a situation where the girl's clearly saying that she just wants to be friends. If she's calling you, bro, dude, or I'm so happy for our friendship or anything like that, Someone says it's in 480p. Okay, that's good to know. Clear. Crystal clear. Looks all right. Picture is okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you just helping me out here. I'm going to be, I'm in this new live studio, so just want to make sure that I'm always trying to make it better for you guys. I wonder if it was in 480p before. Anyways, I'll figure it out. Okay. So there you go. Those are the three obvious signs. So thank you guys for participating. It's been cool having you guys, chat with me here and being fairly vulnerable, by the way. I know it's not easy to admit some of the things that I ask you guys about, but it's cool that you are admitting these things because, we're a community here. We're tight. There's no one that you know here. There's no girls here. This is fairly anonymous. And I think it's really good for us to see some of the things that are going on between our community that we're all going through, So when you come here and you join us here and you tell us, things like you've been in the friend zone or whatever the issues are, and other guys who are just kind of watching casually and aren't participating, when they see that, it makes them feel better because they're going through the same situation. So when they see you participate, it's awesome. So the more you guys participate, the better. Okay. So someone said, oops, I missed it. What are the signs? I'll go over the signs again one more time, so pay attention, okay? She never wants to hang out with you alone. That's number one. Number two is you've said to her multiple times in some way or shape or form that you're interested, and she does not reciprocate. Clearly is saying that she only likes you as a friend. And I know that's like so super obvious. Like, why would I even have to say that? But like I said, a lot of guys, they stick around. So it's like, I'm telling you, you stick around even when she says that. It's not going to make it any better. She's not going to one day magically be like, oh, this guy who I see as my friend, who I have no sexual chemistry or tension with whatsoever, now I want to just have sex with and and I have feelings for. It's such a rare occurrence, okay? And the third one, which we've been going over, is she says, I'm glad for our friendship. I'm glad we're friends. Isn't it great that we're such close friends? She says that we're friends to you. She calls you bro, dude, man, like friendship words, things like that. So that's all three, just to sum it up a little bit. Okay? Okay, cool. Awesome. So here's what we're going to do next. This is the time for you to be able to, I'm trying to get this out of the way. There we go. To call in. So I'm going to put the number up on the screen. You guys can call in. I'll be answering your questions either on the phone where you guys can call in, or I'll answer your questions in the chat. And if you guys write something in the chat, and I'll answer it there. If you do a super chat, I'll definitely do that. So, okay, people are confused. It says RIP. It actually says Tripp advice. It says Tripp advice. But it's so big on this wall that you can't see that. So it's a big Tripp advice. Maybe we'll figure that out. Yeah, guys, this is the new studio. This is the new studio. That's right. Okay, so a couple things I got to figure out. Looks like the mic is good. We just got to maybe zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the Tripp advice background. So maybe I'll push everything forward. And also, we'll need to figure out how to make this in 1080p. Thanks for being patient. Okay, so, boom. There's the phone number. Call in. We'll put that right there, actually. You can call in, and I'll answer your questions. Anything specific we can go over. If you're in a friend zone situation, now is the good time to talk about that because we're really sticking to the topic here. And also, don't forget that for the next 36 minutes, you have the opportunity to join me in the Irresistible Academy. This is my monthly program that lasts for 12 months, okay? So this is a year program that you stick to, and every month you get new content where I interview experts and give you some implementation plans to go out and learn how to become more irresistible with women. All right, hang on. We got a call. What's up, man? You were on the line. What's your name, age, and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Lee from Dallas. I'm 32 years old. Hey, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I guess it's not super on topic to what you were talking today, but I thought I'd ask. There's this one girl I work with at work. I'm not super duper attracted to her, so I really could care less if I like could date her or not. But she's got a really, really good personality. and when I talk to her one on one, we have pretty decent conversations. So I wouldn't say that there's a lot of like I put a lot of I wouldn't say there's a lot of I don't try to build a lot of chemistry with her per se. So I really don't care one way or the other what happens. I really don't. I don't have like a super big crush on her, but I was curious. I know you've said before you it's not ideal to try to date someone you work with, and I agree with that. But I have been curious lately. Should I at least try to like ask her out for like coffee or something like that?
Well, okay, for your specific situation, let's go through it. Like if you're if you end up, let's say you end up, it works out and you date her with this situation, and then you guys break up. Is there going to be trouble at work for you? Like this is the question you have to ask yourself. That's kind of the first thing that comes to my mind when I say, oh, there's a big problem with dating people at work. It's like, well, what happens if it doesn't work out? Is this going to be insanely awkward and make your work life suck? So answer that question.
It really wouldn't because it's kind of a unique situation. I'm kind of like a supervisor that like visits people at different buildings, and she's by herself, and I'm usually by myself in my vehicle. So it's not a situation to where like she could tell a bunch of coworkers or anything like that because she is alone in her building, and I just visit her, and we're like one on one. So I wouldn't say that it would be. Also forgot to mention this. She kind of just get out of a relationship and she has explicitly stated she's not looking to like date anyone right now, which I
Red
totally
flags, red
fine
flags,
with.
red flags. Tons of red flags. Keep going.
Yeah, red flag, yeah. And I was just gonna like hang out with her, like get some coffee with something super casual, nothing serious. But do you think I should just let it go and not really worry about it? Really,
Let go. What do you mean let go? Let go of what?
like not even try to like hang out with her, just
Oh,
kind of leave
yeah.
it alone for right now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. So there's a few reasons. One, she's explicitly stating that she's not looking for something serious. That's a huge sign. Two, she just got out of something, and I always try to tell you guys, do not go for a girl who just got out of a relationship. Like this is, I mean, unless you're looking to just like, have sex and have fun, sure. But if you're looking for something more serious, it's trouble when she just got out of a relationship because there's still emotions there. She hasn't fully gotten over it. Like you're not getting a woman at her best self at all if she just got out of a relationship. Okay, so there's that. Also, I just feel it's bad for your mindset. Like it's unhealthy. Like it's an unhealthy mindset to be really trying to go for women who are at your work because you're kind of saying to yourself that, I'm sure, I'll believe you here. Like she's a great girl. She's pretty. She's nice and all these things. Like we'll validate that. However, you're still training yourself that you can really only meet people in these confined spaces. Like guys are really obsessed with meeting girls at work and at the gym. And I get it. There's a lot of beautiful women at the gym. And I get it. Where you work, it's easy to talk to people and connect with people. So you've already made these connections with these women who you're working with. But it's almost like this desperate move, okay? It's like there are so many other women out there who you can talk to. And again, we're talking just about the workplace right now. There's so many other women that you can talk to that you can meet that are, well, in your specific case, A, not trying to get over someone, looking for a relationship, but C, who are not going to be a potential, like you said, it might not be a potential bother at work, but you never know, man. I don't know. You could see her all the time. She could be around. It could get weird. It's just it's
Right.
like, and it's just like, it just inserts this like desperation. It's like, okay, I can only meet these women. Like I'm trying to give guys a bigger view here of who they can be with. And you're confining yourself by just doing it in these small places like work. So even if it's a girl that's not on your team or works in another building and like you never really see her and if you guys broke up, I still think it's a bad idea. I think that you should
Okay.
be leaving work for work and leave the things for work at work. And then you should work on going out and meeting people, maybe on an app or going out and doing cold approaches, approaching women out and about. where you're going to have a better chance at meeting someone who's a better fit for you. That's kind of the big lesson, is like you are going to have only so many people at work that you can meet. And because of that scarcity mindset, the chances that you're going to meet someone at work that is going to be a good match for you, again, if you're looking for a relationship, is so low. And then once you start going outside of work, you start expanding that huge. The chances are astronomically higher because you have the whole world out there, right? You have the whole city that you live in, and there's a higher chance that you're going to have a match. So what do you think about that?
I think that makes perfect sense. Yes, sir. That is awesome.
So what are you going to do? You going to listen to the advice, or are you going to still go for her?
I'm just kind of let it go, man. If she maybe were to give me some random sign she wouldn't mind hanging out herself, I think that'd be okay. But I'm not gonna initiate anything.
I say let it go. I say get out there. I think you should join the Irresistible Academy that I have that's going right now on the dollar trial, and you should start going through that program to learn how to start meeting women outside of the work and in a setting where you can find someone who's going to be not only a better match, but someone who you're really attracted to. What's your name again?
Oh, my name, Lee.
Lee, I bet you, I guarantee it, that there is an amazing woman out there, that she exists, that's right around the corner, that's not at your work. She's there, but you have to go out and you have to meet her. So that's what I think you should do.
Yes, sir. I think you're right. I appreciate the advice.
Cool, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye. Wonderful. What a great first call. Get that a lot. You guys, you love dating people at work. And I get it. It's easy. It's so easy. They're right there. You've already made the connection. It's just like easy. That's why guys date people at work. They date people in their social circle, which is fine. That's a great way to meet women. That's a very common way to do it. But I just feel like it's settling. I really do. I just think it's so rare you're going to find someone so amazing. All right, we got a call. What's up? What's your name, age, and where are you calling from?
Name is Andre. I'm 20 and I'm from Louisiana.
What's up, man? What's your question?
I wanted to say, I'm kind of like a big fan. I've been watching you for like a year though. It's kind of, cool to talk to you and all that. But the in particular situation is I did a cold approach with this girl, and I kind of did like her a little bit, and we started talking and all that, and there were signs that like basically that I caught on to later on, like, cause she always wanted to hang out with me by myself. She didn't want nobody else really, but then she used one day she just used the word friend, and I got very like confused about it. Everything just looked weird, the way she dressed and all that, the way she acted and all that, and I was just very confused on the whole situation. To be honest, I think I was just gonna end up dropping it, but I'm not really sure because she still wants to hang out and all that, but I guess she just wants to be friends. I'm not really sure.
So, remind me again.
Yeah.
Did you say anything to her that you're not interested in being friends?
Yeah. I was kind of. I think it was one. No, at this one point, I was extremely direct, and the response was not just. It was friend zone worthy, if I can say so myself. It was. Yeah.
You say it's cringeworthy. It was cringeworthy.
It was friend. It felt like it was like if she wasn't really like yo, I just want to be friends. It was more of an awkward thing, and I had to do something else to fucking get rid of the awkwardness.
It's done. It's dead in the water.
Yeah.
It's dead in the water. Let me ask you something. Let's go deeper here.
Wait, what?
Let's go deeper here for a second, okay?
All
Tell me what's really special about her. What is it that you like about her so much that you're willing
right.
at this point to be, or you have been willing, at least before this call? Maybe things are going to change, I hope. What is it
I
that
mean,
you like about her that keeps you around so much? Like, what are these special qualities?
the personality is really like where it is. She looks pretty good. I could say so myself, but I mostly do look for personality in a girl out of everything else, and she just has a really good one. She kind of makes me happy just for me being around all that. Like I was, I don't know, it felt a little bit different. It felt like she was giving like more than usual. I know if a girl doesn't want to give more than usual, then you can see it kind of easily, and it would be just don't.
You're like a little muffled. I don't know if you need to like stand back from your mic a little bit. It's like kind of hard to hear you.
Can you hear me?
That's better. Keep going.
Okay, but basically, it was she gave me a lot more than what a usual, like if you go and do like a cold approach and and talk to a girl, like you'll notice the difference, and then her personality was really like cool and all that, and we started hanging out a lot. So I was just like, all right. And she seemed really cool and really awesome and all that. And I'm just like, why not give it a shot? But then it really confused me when she said the word friend and when I was leaving this one time, and I'm just like, I really like the personalities in her, but it seems like it's not the right thing to do, and I should just probably just
Yeah.
like I don't want to ditch. That's the problem. I don't want to ditch. I'm not a ghoster,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Listen, you don't have to ghost her, but just say to her, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, actually, no. Here's the strategy. If you want the ultimate strategy, don't say anything. Just slowly stop hanging out with her and just get busy. That's going to increase the potential chances of her wanting to potentially want more with you. It's slim, but that's your best chances. So just get busy and do things. You don't have to completely ghost her or ignore her. That's one extreme. On the other end of the spectrum, you don't have to say anything like, no, we don't, I like you and I got to just move on from you. Unnecessary there too. Just get busy. Stop texting her back within minutes. Stop hanging out with her. Don't invite her out anymore. If she asks you what's going on, you tell her what's up.
This thing, like she wanted to go get some food with me, so she wanted to initiate it. And
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
You're busy. You're busy now. That's it. From here on out, you're busy.
All right.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I know what you mean.
Cool.
Because I have a feeling that that's actually not a really bad idea though, because then you could really see or not. Because if she's not really interested, then what's the point?
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
So.
Exactly.
That's what I was kind of looking for, like, and I just wanted to say thanks for the advice though, because I really never thought of that. Not even gonna lie. Just slowly, just go pull away.
Slowly pull away, but actually literally make yourself busy. Like, go do things. Make new friends. Hit on other girls. Get some hobbies. You're 20. Just, it shouldn't be too hard to stay busy. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna actually see what I'm gonna do with it. I have a feeling that's gonna be better for me anyways than just keep just destroying my own self by hanging out over.
Good man. What I think. There you go, my friend. Good luck. Let us know what happens. Call back next week.
Thanks.
All right. Take care. Cool. All right. Oh, the friend zone, man. The friend zone, where attraction goes to freaking die. If anyone else has a friend zone situation, call in, because I think it'd be awesome to talk about that since we're on this topic right now. Although the advice is probably going to be similar. That you got to move on, and that you have to completely put this person as a last priority on your list. What's up? You were on the air. What's your name, age, and where you calling from?
Hi, Tripp. My name is George. I'm from northern Wisconsin, and I'm 19.
What's up, George? Which question?
Yeah, my question is, for the past, let's say, for a little while, because so here's the scenario. The last girl I asked out, I talked to her first, got to know her, and what I kind of the order I've been using is that becoming close to them first, and I look for certain values and.
Hang on, buddy. It's a little hard to hear you. Something's going on with the mic. Hard to hear you.
Hold on. This is better.
Much better. Continue.
All right. So I was saying that the last girl I asked out, the order of which I went through doing it was becoming close to her first, and then I like to find certain traits and values in a girl that I'm interested in, and this particular situation, she was very kind. It was the kindness I was attracted to. She was kind to other people. Other girls I've seen who are pretty and stuff, over the years, like they might be pretty, but on the inside they might not be as kind and stuff. So I got to know this girl, and I was attracted to her kindness, and I asked her out. And in this particular scenario, she turned me down. But I was just wondering if the order is should I change up the order, because I watched one of your videos in the past, and you talked about how you once asked a girl on a date about her credit score or something like that, right?
I do mention something about that, but what does that have to do with what you're asking?
Yeah, so with that, I think the order you're using is seeing a girl who's you're attracted to, asking her out, then getting to know her values, which the way I'm doing it is getting to know her values first, then asking her out. So I'm just wondering if I should throw that order out the window.
No, this is a cool question. All right, so let me talk it out for a second. So first, let's back up just a little bit, and let's talk about the friend, because I know we're talking a lot about friend zone too on this episode. So, let's just make sure guys know this. When you are courting a girl, picking up a girl, hitting on a girl, whatever terminology you want to use, you got to make sure that you're going in with intentions of you are taking her out, you are attracted to her. If you guys are hanging out, it is a date, right? So she has to know for sure in the beginning that this is not a friendship scenario, okay? Just that's kind of step one. See, here's the thing. Normally for guys, and I'm sure this is you included, we see a girl and we're physically attracted to her. So that kind of gives us this drive to go over and approach her and ask her out, right? And then from there, you see, well, does the personality and character traits and values line up with me so you can be physically and emotionally attracted to a woman? That's kind of like the normal order of things, I would say. I mean, so let's start there. Is that pretty normal for you? Like you're first physically attracted to a woman and then you kind of see what she's like second?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Now there's some situations, and this is a little bit more rare, where you do meet a girl, and maybe it's someone at work or in class or somewhere, maybe in your social circle, and she's like sort of attractive, but then you meet her, and she's really cool, and you start to get to know her as a person, and that starts to make her more attractive. So you actually become more physically attracted to her in a way because you get to know her.
That's what happened to the girl I asked out last.
Got it. So you weren't really physically attracted to her, but then you got to know
I
her.
was physically attracted to her, and I got to know her, and just her kindness to other people. You know, like I've heard the advice of if like going out on a date and being a person being kind to the waitress and you know, being kind to other people around you. I don't want to date someone who's mean and nasty to other people. You know, I want someone who can stand up for themselves, but not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, so what at the end of the day, now what's your question? What's the question you're asking?
Yeah. So basically, the question was, the final statement there was, if I should, like, in that scenario, should I have just asked her out first, because I see that she's physically attractive? Like, let's put it in your shoes, for example. You see this girl, you know, like, she's physically attractive to you. Would you at that point would have waited to get to know her so you can learn what her values are and what traits she exhibits, or would you have just said, screw it, she looks nice, I like her, I'm going to ask her out, and then get to know what
I would. So good
like?
question. So what I would do is I would ask her out because I wouldn't want to risk any friend zone scenario. So I would ask her out, you know, showing her I'm interested. I'm not interested in being your friend. So that's clear from the get-go. So I want that clear from the get-go. And then I get this opportunity, because that's what dating is. If you really break it down, dating for a relationship, to get into a monogamous relationship or any relationship, the dating process is to get to know someone, to see if they're a match for you. And in this dating process, well, what are you doing? Well, yeah, of course you're doing all the fluff, like you're going out to dinner and you're doing an activity and you're going to an event or whatever you're going to do on these dates. But the meat is you're getting to know them. You're asking them questions. You're getting sexual with them. You're having sex. You're doing intimate stuff. You're connecting with them. And you're seeing all these things put together, and you're seeing is if this person's a match, right? That's what dating is. That's the whole thing. What you're saying, which I really like, and I think a lot of guys miss this point, is I think a lot of guys will only go for a woman's looks because of ego. You know, they'll throw out the whole idea of, is she a good person? Does she have values that align with mine? Do I enjoy spending time with her, or am I just hanging out with her because she's physically attractive? That's the important thing. And it can be really dangerous for guys who don't pay attention to the personality, the character traits, the values, things like that, and only for looks, because you could end up with a really shitty person. Bottom line, you know? So I want you guys to think about wanting the whole package. I want you to be physically attracted to her. I want you to be emotionally attracted to her. I want you to respect this person. If that stuff isn't there, you know, it's not going to be a good relationship. And by the way, eventually, you know, a woman's looks fade. So now you're going to be with a woman who you are completely unattracted to because you don't even respect them or like their personality, so you can't even hold that physical attraction. So it's going to blow up in your face. So I really recommend that if you're going into a dating scenario and you're ready and want a relationship, that you pay attention to all the different factors and you don't settle. And throughout that process, you are still you know, doing things where you guys are still getting sexually intimate and it's still date-like things, so it's not a friend zone thing, you know, because then that can be a disaster.
Cool.
There you go. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, and one more thing, if I can.
What's up?
there's another girl right now that I am attracted to, and but we're more of like casual friend scenario. And I know you said you don't want to be in the friend zone at all, but right now I'm looking to ask her out, and I was wondering if you think that from now on I should start putting more tension in our conversations, or if I should just ask her out blatantly the next time I see her, or we have a time together.
I think you should just ask her out and just go for it and don't waste any time. Just
All
do
right.
it. Just go for it. Ask her out. Say, hey, I want to take you on a date. Let's go. If she's not interested, move on. Plenty of women out there. And you're young. What do you say? You're
Gotcha.
19?
19.
Yeah, dude. You got plenty of time. Just go for it. Don't try to do this whole...
Abundance.
Exactly. Abundance. Exactly. There you go, my friend.
All right. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. All right. Good questions. Good stuff. Awesome. Captain Masterpiece. What's your deal, bro? What's your deal, bro? All right. So, got 7 minutes and 57 seconds left for the Irresistible Academy. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to show you the inside of it. So let's take a look inside the Irresistible Academy so you kind of know what's going on, because I know a lot of guys are interested. If you've joined, by the way, tell us that you've joined in the chat. It'd be good to hear from you. It's only $1 today and then $47 after 14 days. And if you want to cancel, you can cancel at any time you want, but I wouldn't do that because the information is pretty awesome. Here, I'm going to show it to you. So let's see here. All right. There we go. Look at that. All right. Check it out. This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get in the Irresistible Academy. If you join for the first month, you will get month 1, Advanced Attraction Techniques, with a 30-day implementation plan to actually implement the attraction techniques that I go over that you will only find here. It's not anything that you've heard before. And then I have an interview with a guy for over an hour. Look at that. An hour and 7 minutes. This is also an hour and 7 minutes. Crazy. Where I talk to him about his techniques to sleep with a lot of women, so you can learn from him. And we go over some friction points. These are points in your personality that are unattractive. Every month you get a new friction point. Insider Mind, this is interviews with women giving their thoughts and opinions on dating and men. And every month you get a new interview with several women. So and then you're going to get a bonus too, by the way. You get this. And by the way, you can stay in. You get this for free. This is an over 2-hour seminar that I did, a private seminar in Chicago a few years ago. I'm nice and freshly shaved with RSD Brad. And we go over some really good material all about how to meet women. So good stuff in here. And then every month you get new stuff. So we talk about charisma in month 2, the top 3 disqualifiers, which you'll have to learn in month 3 when you get there. Moments that matter, special moments in dating that I will help you through. Month 5, style secrets, conversation techniques in month 6. Month 7, how to be popular without being cool. So if you don't think you're a cool guy, we'll still teach you how to be popular. And everyone has an interview with an expert and just a ton of good information in there and techniques you can use. How to become the boyfriend she'll never leave in month 8. And by the way, this is all designed in a very specific order for you. This is not random, so it's very helpful. Decoding her signals. I have an interview with a female dating coach who talks about how to understand women and what they're thinking. Month 11, how to conquer your inner demons, meaning how to get inside of your head and get rid of the fear and the insecurities. And then month 12, we finish it off with making a kick-ass bachelor pad for yourself. So that's what happens if you stay in. You can cancel at any time. Just go to trippadvice.com/ and we'll put it right now, trippadvice.com/stream special. You got 5 minutes left. 14-day trial. And you get to keep, by the way, you don't even get kicked out. You get to keep the first month for free. And $47 a month after that. So join us. Join me. Let's do it, guys. Get in there. All right. I think we can do another call. So if you guys want to do another call, let's do it. I can also check out what's going on the stream here. We got to fix this 480p situation. And also, it doesn't say Rip Dick behind me. It does say Tripp Advice. Bear with me through my very first live in my new studio setup here. I hope you guys are patient with me figuring it out. But you know what? You can hear me. All right. We got a call. Let's take this call. Looks like we got someone from out of the country. What's up, man? You're on the air. What's your name, your age, or where are you calling from?
Oh, my name is Shahan Nawaz. I'm 19 years old.
What's your question?
So my question is that this girl in college that I like her character like that. She's keep on ignoring me like that. Like this happened past 7 months.
So there's a girl that's been ignoring you for 7 months.
Yeah, she even blocked me on WhatsApp also.
So why are you so desperate that you want to go for a girl who has been blocking you?
I like her character. Yeah, everything. I think I'm interested in her.
No, man. Doesn't matter.
Like, you know.
There's plenty of women. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from India.
India has a lot of people. I think 1 billion, right?
I don't know.
You don't know. Look it up. There's about 1 billion people, maybe more at this point. And there's a lot of women out there. You don't want to be going after women who don't want you.
I'm revolving in depression. I can't forget her.
I know, but you're going to have to.
Yeah.
I understand. I get it. Listen, I get it. It's hard. It sucks. It's painful. You like her. You can't even think about any other women. Yeah. I totally understand. But what I'm saying to you is that it's very, very it's detrimental to your health. You're in depression because you keep on pining after her. If you want to get rid of the depression, the answer isn't her. Yeah. Okay? Depression, fixing depression shouldn't be solved from an external source. People use external sources to solve depression. Drugs, food, women, sex, masturbating, things like that. You need to focus on you and find out where you can start gaining some more self-respect and self-esteem that builds you up so you're not just trying to get someone else to like you to validate who you are. You need to validate yourself, and you need to also be going after someone who is going to like you and respect you. I don't care what her personality is. I don't care what her character traits are. I don't care what she looks like. You don't want to be with a woman who doesn't want you. The number one, the most important trait.
So
hold on. The number one trait you should be looking for in a woman is that she likes you back. Not for validation purposes, but for the purposes of if she doesn't respect you and like you, she's automatically right away disqualified.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Sound good?
Thanks a lot.
All right, you're welcome. I know that's not what he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear the tricks, the techniques. How do you get a girl interested in you that doesn't like you back? You don't. You need to look for a woman who also is attracted to you. Because you need to be looking at yourself like this. You need to be looking at yourself like this. Like, I'm this awesome guy. I'm quality for all these different reasons. I love myself. I respect myself. So if a woman doesn't see that, double peace. Peace out. Leave. If she doesn't see that, you need to find a woman who does. Not to validate that you are awesome, because you already know that. It's to find someone who actually likes you back so you guys can have a connection. So if you're in the friend zone or you're in the she's blocking you zone, that is the first thing that should tell you that this is not going to be a woman or girl who is going to be for you. Bottom freaking line. There you go. That wraps up the first live session in my new studio where it says Tripp Advice, although to you it says Rip Dick. It does not say Rip Dick. This will be fixed. You know what's funny is you've seen this before because you've watched my YouTube videos. This is not new. But now we're doing the stuff in here with all new equipment. So we're going to keep on updating. We're actually going to get a new mic, all these things. But anyway, it's only available to my lovely audience, the community, the Tripp Advice community, guys who show up and come to these lives. So it is available for the next few minutes. The link is in the description. The link is here in the chat. Join me for $1. I'd love to have you in the Irresistible Academy. It will create so many opportunities in your life because it's going to teach you all these different ways to become more attractive, more irresistible to women. We're going to tick off all these different boxes that create an irresistible lifestyle. Stuff I don't really talk about much, if at all, on my podcast or my lives or my YouTube videos. So, hope to see you in there. Cool. All right, guys, signing off. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going live again. You better believe we're going live. What time? 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7 p.m. Central Time, Central America Time. 7 p.m. Join me. We'll do calls. We'll go over some cool stuff. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.